So what's going on, guys? We're in another video where I talk about all the interesting things to me in the world of technology. Let's talk about the Google Moto X. Now this phone is all about customization, and what I mean by that is that the specs are not too impressive. We're talking about 2 dual-core processors, 720p AMOLED display, a 10 megapixel camera, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the display itself is not the best out there, and even though you can have, a pretty fast phone, quad core is where it's at, so the specs are not impressing me. But this phone is all about customization, and when Google says they're going after most users, or the average user, they're talking about people who just care about the looks of the phone. I mean, when I saw all that stuff about iOS 7, and even with the iPhone 5, they just want to have a phone that they think looks good or whatever it is, and they'll use it. So I think if you are interested in the fastest phone out there, obviously this phone is not for you, although Google is hinting at in the future that they'll have that phone for you, and this is, I'm quoting them, you'll have a phone that'll have 41 megapixel camera and a 1080p display. Now this is what they're saying in response to people who are questioning the specs on this phone. And I think they made the phone with low specs because they have manufacturing costs, and this whole customization thing probably costing them some extra cash. Now I think the concept is cool because when you compare it to the Nike custom sneaker, you go to the website, you create your own sneaker. This is the same idea. You can go to the Motorola website, create your own phone. You can change the colors on the front from black to white. On the back you can change all the colors. You can even select a wood pattern, and you can select colored headphones. They teamed up with this company called Soul Republic. You do have to pay extra for the headphones, but the idea is cool. I'm going to congratulate Google on a great idea. But you have to give better specs for the phone. And I did Google some stuff about this phone, and a lot of writers out there in the tech world are saying that Google is not trying to compete with Apple on this. And I'm saying that Google is going after Apple's market on this because Apple sells a phone that is supposed to be fun. Designers love Apple. They already have a hold in that market. So what Google's trying to do is give a great fun experience with a phone that you can change all the options. And by the way, you can also change the buttons on the phone, the accent pieces. So it is a cool concept where you have so much control over the look of the phone. But if you want to get down to what Google's trying to do, it is trying to make it funner to buy a phone. I mean, what else is it? Because the phone doesn't have the best specs. And if you want to get to that level where you want to make everyone happy, I'm saying you need to give a phone that's fast, great display, great camera, and make people, think they have full control of the customization options. Allowing people to select like between 16 and 32 gigabytes, which Google's doing also, I don't think it's that impressive because this is something we're used to. So we need that other option there where the processor is a lot faster so we can get something for our money. $200 for this kind of phone? Not for me, but maybe for the person who doesn't care about the processor. So those are my thoughts about it. And as far as who's going to have this phone, it's going to be all the major carriers. You have Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint, and I think they said US Cellular. I'm not too familiar with them, but everyone's going to have the phone. It's going to cost you a couple $100s. If you want to buy like a case, a clear case, so you can see your design, they're going to allow that too in the making of the phone. So you go to the Google website, and by the way, if you go to the store, what's going to happen is they're going to give you a card of some sort. So you go home and you're going to punch the numbers in off the card at the Motorola website, and you can start making your phone. So it's not like you go in the store and you just start customizing your phone. Although that would probably be the better option for consumers. They're just going to allow you to take a card home and you'll do it yourself, while you're on the computer. And again, I think it's a cool concept. This is not a total failure to me, except for the fact that the specs are not too impressive. So you guys can tell me what you think. Post a comment down below. Of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.